can you make for me?
Do you want me to make you a bow? All right. How do you face the parts of your past that you are trying to outrun? The death of Robin Hood. Let's see. Hey, welcome back, moviegoers. This week we got to see The Death of Robin Hood, directed by Michael Sarnoski, starring Hugh Jackman, Jodie Comer, and Bill Skarsgård. So in this 2 hours and 2 minutes, we see a gritty, intimate reimaging of what Robin Hood's legend is all about. The film follows an older, battle-scorned Robin who is haunted by his past and forced into a final confrontation with the consequences of the life he lived. With death closing in, he must decide whether redemption is something earned, given, or fought for. The film blends myth, brutality, tenderness, and a moral weight in a way that feels both ancient and surprisingly modern. So this is an A24 film, so you know it's taking a unique swing, artistic, unexpected, and intentional. The cinematography is absolutely beautiful. The framing definitely adds an emotional feel to the every moment. The pacing is a little slow, but it's on purpose. It wants you to sit in what Robin is carrying around with him. And even with that slower pace, the movie keeps you engaged. It's reflective, it's not sleepy at all. The storytelling feels almost poetic. The rhythm, the imagery, the way scenes unfold. The music score and sound design, they do the same thing as the cinematography. They have a part to play in the storytelling. The film leans into the tension between the stories we tell and what actually happens. And yes, this is easily the most violent Robin Hood movie you've ever seen. A couple of themes in the movie is working through great sorrow and great pain, not theatrically but honestly, reflecting on a life filled with violence, regret, and choices that echo decades later, asking what it means to let go and whether letting go is the same thing as giving up. Hugh Jackman gives a strong, weathered performance. The makeup sells the years, the wounds, the weight. And the young girl feels like Robin Hood teaching the girl from Brave how to shoot a bow. And it's surprisingly deep in the relationship that they have. And you know, I love those quotes. First one being, it's never too late to find your peace. But the one that hit even harder was, knock an arrow. And when I tell you to loose, you're not letting go. You're simply not holding on anymore. This line is the point of the whole movie. Robin isn't fighting to survive, he's fighting to finally release everything he's been holding on to for years. And my overall takeaway, this isn't your typical Robin Hood movie. It's set in his later years, but the legend around him hasn't dimmed. It's actually gotten bigger, louder, and heavier. The world remembers the symbol, but he's the one who has to live with the truth behind the stories. The film becomes a reflection on a man trying to make peace with the weight of his own myth, the lives he took, and the pain he's had to carry. For me, this sits in between I was entertained and it can wait for streaming. It's not a must-see in theaters, but definitely a worthwhile watch for the message, the craft, and the emotional depth. And all of that reminded me of Psalms 38:4. For my sins overwhelm me. Like a heavy load, they are too much for me to bear. Robin isn't just haunted, he's buried under the weight of what he's done. The legend grew, but the man underneath is drowning in the truth. The verse captures that feeling of being overwhelmed by your past, unable to outrun it anymore. Hey, and did you know that Hugh Jackman performed many of his own physical sequence, leaning into that weathered warrior tone, less superhero, more scarred legend? The film uses natural light in most of its interior scenes, giving it a raw medieval realism that mirrors Robin's stripped-down emotional state. Michael Sarnoski originally wrote the script as a meditation on aging and regret, then layered the Robin Hood mythology on top of it, giving it a mythic theme. Now you know. Hey, and don't forget about the sneak peeks, the whole reason we show up early. Hey, this week, some of the trailers we got to see was Terminator 2, and making its reappearance August 21st. We got Jackass coming out June 26th. Super Troopers 3, August 7th. The Odyssey, July 17th. How to Rob a Bank, keep an eye out on that one, September 4th. Tony, August 7th. And Onslaught, September 4th. Hey, until next time, let's see.